Folks, it's always important for you to read the fine print when we start talking about what is happening with DOGE, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and all the stuff that they're doing. I mean, to be real honest, they're lying. They're lying. They're just making moves willy-nilly, firing people left and right without any regard for their families, for their health care, their jobs, you name it. And we really have been trying to walk y'all through what's going on here. Because, see, a lot of people out here are excited and happy, and they're like, oh, think great things are happening. They're moving. They're taking action. But it's sort of like people who are moving chairs around the Titanic. Oh, you're like, hey, there's action. Things are happening, but are things really happening? Or are they just breaking stuff just for the hell of it that gives you the impression that things are actually going well? So I came across this video of a poster of Frank Luntz, and he made this claim. That former Biden and other voters made the claim that they, quote, love the pace of what's happening. They love how fast things are moving. But you got to ask the question, are things actually moving? What's actually happening? Or are people claiming things are happening, but things are not really happening? So I want you to listen to this conversation between Frank Luntz and Breonna Keeler on CNN to get an understanding of what they're saying. So we'll break it down. Listen.
I wanted to have you on because you do a lot of focus groups. You really get behind the numbers, the poll numbers, to the sentiments of voters. And it's so interesting. You've been speaking with a number of voters who were Hillary Clinton 2016, Joe Biden 2020, and then went for Trump in 2024. How are these folks seeing the early days of Trump's second term?
Pretty well.
Really?
And they're reacting to it because they love the pace of change. They were very fed up over the last 4 years. They wanted action. They wanted results. They looked at prices. They looked at affordability, looked at immigration, and they didn't see anything happening. They still don't like what he says, but they like what he does. And these are Democrats now who felt that they were not securing the border. They were doing nothing to prevent illegal immigration, that nothing was actually happening. They wanted to see a reduction in wasteful Washington spending, and they're seeing that. So what they tell me is, I wish you'd be a little bit less rude. But at the same time, they like what he's doing. They believe he's serious about it. And for the first time, they have confidence in the future, which is why you now see some significant shifts in the polling about the expectations for the direction in the coming years.
It's a big wake-up call for Democrats.
I'm waiting for them to get a message. I'm waiting for them to unify and to understand that to oppose and to be the resistance, which is what some of them use that phrase, that's not what Democrats in grassroots areas want from them. They may not want the approach that Trump is doing, President Trump. By the way, I now know to say President Trump. But they do want action, and they don't see action from the Democrats.
Okay, so they want action. They want to see stuff done. Here's a fact. Trump and his co-president Elon Musk and Tom Homan, they are deporting fewer people per day than happened under Biden. But this is the difference. The difference is Trump has turned deportations into a reality show. Trump has invited Dr. Phil to be embedded with the folks doing the deporting. He's out there following them around and he's on the ground with them. Then you've got Kristi Noem. She is the head of Homeland Security. Oh, she's really doing this thing up, y'all. She's showing up dressed all up in the uniform, and she's got the Homeland Security uniform on, and she got the cowboy hat on. And you think I'm lying? Go to my iPad, Henry. Oh, look at this here. Oh, man. We got the green on, and we got the flak jacket on, and we got the cowboy hat on. And, I'm showing y'all what I'm doing. See, you saw Biden-Harris's head of Homeland Security. You saw her. You saw her out there, and you saw Mayorkas in a suit leading the agency. But no, this is what you got right here. You got known. This looks like Yellowstone. This looks like a television show. So, oh my goodness, that's the difference, y'all. Trump is a showman. He is a circus act. So what he has done, he is creating the illusion of action. So what then happens? Oh, Elon is coming in and he's tearing these things up, and he's firing people, and they're sitting here, they're slashing waste, and they're claiming that, oh my God, we're doing these things and we're saving billions of dollars, and it's $8 billion a day. Did y'all see today's announcement? This is the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library. Oh, did you see the sign on the door? Due to the executive order, the JFK Library will be closed until further notice. You can't actually go to the library because what they've done with federal workers. And you may say, oh my goodness, see, it's action. It's action. Check this out. Trump signs an executive order claiming the only people who can say what the law is, him and the Attorney General. Listen to this here.
In the Office of Man. Lastly, we have another executive order that President Trump signed relating to independent agencies. This executive order would establish important oversight functions in the Office of Management and Budget and its subsidiary office, OIRA, supervising independent agencies and many of their actions, and also reestablishes the longstanding norm that only the President or the Attorney General can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
Thank you very much, Will. That was the...
I'm sorry. Only the President and the Attorney General can speak on what the law is. Really? Are you serious? Is that what we're doing? See, it's the illusion of things happening. And see, there are people out there who they thought that, oh yeah, Trump is going to come in, he's going to make these changes, and things are going to get moved. What did Frank Luntz say? Oh, those voters, those Biden, Hillary voters. What did the first thing he say? Prices come down. I'm sorry, have prices come down? I don't recall seeing prices come down. I don't. Last I checked. In a second, I'm going to ask my panel, have they seen housing prices go down? Have they seen, I'm sorry, inflation's up. Did y'all know inflation's up? We've had more airplane crashes in the past 3 weeks than we had in the previous 23 years. I'm just confused here. This is Congressman Jim McGovern on the House floor. Listen.
Mr. Speaker, the party who proclaims to be America First is screwing over our farmers and making it harder for people in rural communities to survive. This unified Republican government hasn't done one damn thing to support regular people or help them put food on the table. The House Agriculture Committee is holding a hearing this morning about the economic crisis in farm country. Newsflash, it's declining by the minute because Donald Trump and Elon Musk work for the billionaires and not for regular people. This self-proclaimed America First crowd is threatening tariffs against our closest trading partners and upending food aid that is shipped by American farmers. The last trade war started by this president cost American farmers $27 billion in exports. And here's the sick part. Republicans are cheering him on because they want to use the money they steal from the American people, from farmers, and from SNAP recipients to give billionaires a tax break. That's not America first. That's not supporting our rural economy. It's a sham deal for working people. I yield back.
I want y'all just you gotta pay attention. You can't get distracted by the mirage. You don't believe me? Listen to this fool when he was asked about prices.
Egg prices have reached an all-time high. What's your Egg prices have reached an all-time high.
Before I ever got here, it was at an all-time. This didn't, remember, I've been here for 3 weeks.
I've been here for 3 weeks. But you said on day one you were gonna cause these things to go down. Egg prices are up 53% compared to last year. It's because of that bird flu. But who got rid of the people who track those things in the CDC? Trump and Musk. Who's getting rid of, who fired the Inspector General over the food supply? Trump and Musk. I need y'all to understand you're being played. These fools are being played. They don't even know it. They don't even realize it. Control room, get our FAFO video ready. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but get that video ready. You don't understand it. I'm gonna show y'all something right now that's gonna trip y'all out. Again, Trump, I love the military. I love our veterans. I love the veterans. How about this veteran? Luke Graziani. The man has disabled Army veteran, 4 kids, did 3 tours. Guess what? He got fired from his Bronx VA hospital. You see this right here? He got fired. That's right. He served 20 years in the Army, first as a supply specialist, then in public affairs, deploying for 2 tours in Iraq, another 2 in Afghanistan, for retiring in 2023. So let me explain to you what's going on. Okay, so Trump's, I love the military. So he's firing VA workers, veterans. So now veterans, it's going to be hard for them to get their health care because it's the federal workers who deliver the services. Oh, guess what? By firing the federal workers, you're now going to cause this veteran to potentially get evicted, or he's going to have to apply for SNAP benefits and federal benefits in order to live. Oh, but guess what? They're trying to cut SNAP benefits by 20%. Oh, but Elon Musk is breaking things and making them better. So they're just sitting here oh no, this is for the good. These things are great. It's just, it's perfect. That's what's going on. That's what they're saying to you right now. And then you got, what's the dude who's on the Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary? He's sitting here like, Elon Musk is out here and he's just, he's making things happen and he's moving people and he's firing people. And you know what? If we just sit here and just cut and cut and cut and cut and cut, things are going to be great. Listen to this.
I think the issue is they're not whacking enough. There's this concept in private equity when you get a bankrupt company and you go in there, you cut 20% more than your initial read. And then you find like a pool of mercury, the organization gels back together again. Always cut deeper, harder when there's fat and waste. The FAA, it's not the people. The code is cobalt. It's from the 60s. It needs CapEx put into it for the technology to be upgraded to make it safer. Fat like a chicken. All of these agencies are like big fat chickens dripping over barbecues of fat. This is the best barbecue I've ever seen, but I don't think it's happening fast enough. They're not cutting enough. Keep slashing, keep hacking while you have a 24-month mandate before the midterms. Cut. More cutting. Believe me, it's going to work out just great. Everybody should be happy.
Even people with the nuclear
this.
codes, cut them too?
Cut everything. Because if you don't see what they're doing and they can't show you that they're adding value, you whack.
But it's clear.
So here's the problem. They're not even doing that. See, when you make cuts, I own a business. If I need to cut, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, okay, how much is this costing me? How much is this costing me? How much is this costing me? All right, what's the value of that? So I'm just going to again, I just want you to understand, this is real basic. So here's a perfect example. So I'm sitting here right now. I'm just going to give, matter of fact, we were just literally doing this as I was driving in. I was just driving in. Okay, this is a very basic, because I want to make it plain for all of you who are watching. Okay, all right. So Henry, go to my phone. This is the LU Smart app. This is the LU Smart app, okay? This app is on my phone. This app is tied to our LiveView unit. This app is $300 a month. We want to be able to, if I'm remote, if I'm somewhere, I can connect to our LiveView unit and I can use it from this app. Well, guess what? You can knock on me. We were on the app, and this is supposed to have an IFB function, meaning I can talk, but I can hear the control room at the same time. Well, it's not working. So we're like, call a company. Let's find out how does this work the way we need to work. So we're going to call LiveView, and if this app isn't working the way we need it to work, I'm getting rid of this app. That's going to save me $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. But I need to know if it actually works. What Elon Musk is doing and his team, they're just cutting, not even asking. You heard Sarah sitting there ask, even cut nuclear people? He goes, yeah, cut. Y'all, here's the problem. These are the people who over our nuclear arsenal. These idiots, Elon Musk and his idiots, whacked more than 300 people who worked on covering our nuclear capability, fired them, then went, damn, they do the nuclear shit, we gotta bring them back. So then they started emailing and calling, trying to bring them back. And they couldn't even reach some people. They just doing indiscriminate cuts. And see, then MAGA's like, yeah, it's happening. But then MAGA doesn't even realize, even in red states, how they get screwed as well.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And right now we're accepting investors in our $17 million round to revolutionize the future of social media. Today, for just $399, you can own 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. While the big platforms have grown too massive and disconnected from their users, Fanbase is building a platform where creators and users truly come first. We've already raised $4.8 million from everyday investors who believe in this vision, and now you can join them. This is your chance to invest in a social media tech company with over 1 million users that is disrupting media by allowing anyone to reach all of their following and monetize their content from day one. The market is changing, big platforms are failing to serve their users, and Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now. Invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the future of social media.